Bob writes about it. Jim talks about it. But Chuck did something about it.
Foreman on a big hole across the 10. He's something else. He's out in touchdown land. He's something else, baby.
Now, here's longtime columnist Bob Sansevere, Fox 9's Jim Rich, and the great number 44,
Double 4.
Chuck Foreman.
Welcome to the JimBob Sports Jamboree with Vikings legend Chuck Foreman, Fox 9's Jim Rich, the superstar Mike Morris. I'm Bob Sansevere. This show brought to you by Tyler Ganz and The Window Store. We'll be hearing from Tyler about that soon, but first we're going to talk about Aaron Rodgers' name surfaced again thanks to Sports Illustrated. But first, in front of Mike are 2 rolls of tape, and Brady's on notice. He screws up once. Mike has taped some of the biggest guys in NFL history.
Right.
There weren't many bigger than David Dixon, right?
Bob Sapp, but no, I think Dave was
Oh,
big.
Sapp was big, too.
We got him, too. No guy was too big to be taped.
There might be one guy if he comes into the league. Hear about this kid from Florida? 6'6", 464.
Oh, yeah. You might have trouble with
Imagine
that.
that.
Desmond Watson is his name, I
we
think.
jump him
You
real
might
good,
have
though.
trouble with
What's
it.
that?
Jump him. Oh, you got to jump him.
Because you
Oh,
don't have enough tape.
he's a gator. Yeah.
Yeah, and I'm a Gator hater, so you got to do that.
We had to jump on Big Dave, too. I literally had to tackle him because he was beating the living hell out of all of us. Just trying to go in on him one at a time, and then 2 or 3 at a time. He had us. So we just tackled him. Got him on the ground. I mean, that is one powerful individual,
he's one big man,
Oh,
right?
my God.
All right, and 2 of the guys that were bringing him down were Hall of Famers, right? Randall McDaniel and Gary Zimmerman.
And
was Gary there?
Gary was there, and who else was in on that? That was Stussy and
Christie?
Everett
Jeff
Lindsay.
Christie?
Jeff was like the weenie. He didn't want to jump in on it. He didn't want to make a commitment to jump on him. But Randall McDaniel was hanging on his back with his legs wrapped around his waist and around his back, and he didn't go anywhere. He beat me up on the equipment room door. He's just taking me and like shocking me up against the door. I wasn't even there.
Even right now, I wouldn't try that.
I mean, yeah, it's like he was a monster, and he still is. You've seen him out at the stadium.
Yeah, he's a big man. No question about
He
it.
looked like the Incredible Hulk when he got down to his T-shirt or whatever. I mean, he was that big. He really was.
Oh, that's phenomenal. But Brady may get to be the next tape E.
Yeah. I mean, that'd be no trouble.
He better be on his P's and Q's.
Yeah, you just
right?
take your taping and don't gripe about it.
All right.
If you have to be taped, you have to be taped. You decide.
Okay, if he's not going to be able to fight you and Tyler,
No,
who's even taller than you are.
Oh, he's bigger than I am.
Are you 6'6", Tyler?
6'7" last time I was measured.
Oh, my
And
gosh.
probably too much.
Yeah.
All
I know
muscle.
what I mean, like too
Way
much.
too
He's a
much.
big one. He is a big
See, the
one.
good thing is we can just sit back and watch
horse.
him do it.
Exactly.
Yeah,
There
we'll
you
just
go.
tilt that video right on.
Oh,
Turn
yeah.
the
I'll tell you what,
cameras
it
over.
would be. Let's do that at the end of the show because
like
people would
that.
love to see it.
I would love to do it.
There's the victim
Yeah.
right there. Mike, show him the
Not a
rolls of
problem.
tape.
That's Brady when he can
Rolls
still
tape.
smile before his mouth is covered.
Yeah.
That should
Yeah,
do
they
it.
are.
A couple rolls will do it.
Look at these. Turn the colors over there already.
We got
guys.
it covered. We got all this covered. He thought I was joking. I'm pretty sure on text
I
last night.
I called him today and told him you weren't joking.
Reputation.
He's all smiles now. We'll see.
Yeah.
All right, now Jim, take us through this. Aaron Rodgers' name surfaces again. According to SI, he is begging to come to Minnesota.
He has been leaked a portion of what his offer was to the Vikings, saying that he just wanted a 1-year deal, that he would come in and be a good soldier, help the young quarterback. But he said, let's take one more run at the Lombardi. And he said, let's do this.
All right, let's do it.
Are you okay with? Are you okay with
if
that?
he's going to come in like that, yeah.
If that's a big if.
I think he might
Big
because
if.
he's at the end of
Well, that's what I'm thinking
he's
now,
at
too.
the end of the thing.
I think
you
maybe
know.
the reason the Vikings have strung this out as long as they have is because they want to just make sure he is mush
'Cause I'm gonna
and
tell
has
you,
no
the guy-
other options.
I mean, with the people we have in place, anything's possible with him.
I would put this contingent on it. You know what? Come in. You got it. You beat the kid, which you should, but we're not going to just hand it to you. You got to be the best quarterback coming out of camp.
Wait a
No?
minute.
I don't think it would take
Let
that
me
much for him
put
to
it-
be.
Oh, I think he's at. Yeah, I don't think
First
he's that
of
have
all,
a problem.
The kid's nowhere near ready.
But that's the
He
point,
missed
though. You
the
got to
whole
make the
year,
kid
Bob.
think he could compete.
Bob, he missed the whole year. This ain't playing basketball.
All right, Chuck. I'm just
You
saying.
guys are crazy right now, even bringing this up. This is like the
Well,
other night at the bar. You've
well,
been hitting on this girl the
Tyler,
whole time.
yeah, well-
Oh, you're going to take her? No, come
Well,
on, man. This is not. He's a cancer to every team.
Well,
He
maybe
is. He really is.
He's
But
a
maybe,
cancer.
but
He is.
look, hey man, they cure cancer. From what I see, okay.
Well played,
Well said.
well
Well
played.
said.
So let's see.
Find out what he's got.
But
I
Chuck
mean-
Foreman, do you believe that if he said all those things, that he would come in for 1 year, make a run at the Lombardi and all these other things, help McCarthy out? Do you think that as soon as he gets the guaranteed contract signed and he walks in here, does he do it that way? Or
I
is
don't.
he
I don't
back
think
to-
he's going to
is
go
he
back to being him.
Yeah.
Leopard spots.
Well, let's put it like this: they got everything in play.
Do you trust him with his word, though, to come in and do the job and help out and do what he says he's going to do, though? He's signed, he's sealed, it's all guaranteed money. He's in the door, he's dressed out, and now what does he do?
I think the guys well, why not? I mean, I was one of the guys to say don't bring him. But under the circumstances, what I've seen them put together in the offseason,
agreed.
I'm like, one more part. Instead of trying to explore the avenue, go down the avenue that you know has got all the excitement in it.
Think about
Like,
how good.
what's that place in,
Jets.
what was that place in,
Think
what's
about the
that
Jets.
street in Nashville where all the
Oh,
happenings?
Broadway?
Yeah. Why not go?
That would be it.
Yeah.
That'd be a lot of drama.
There you go.
If you look at the Jets from the year before they got this cancer, they were supposed to be really, really good. They had the best defense. They just had one quarterback and had a bunch of good wide receivers. He came in there and they what? How'd they
Well,
do?
he got hurt 4 plays in. You don't know what was going to happen. And he was fine through the camp. He came in, went to all the OTAs, did everything. It was round 2 after he snapped his Achilles that he was a problem.
Hey,
I don't remember him going to all the OTAs. I think he skipped those 2 years ago too.
The first year, I thought he was stellar. I mean,
Well,
I think he came in to
He
prove
was
himself.
all
but-
in. He was back slapping all his teammates, telling how great they were.
Well-
and then he became the GM and coach and traded for his guys year 2. And
Yeah,
it
but
just
see,
went
that's
off the
over
rails.
and done with, that part of it.
Right.
Okay, right now he's trying to salvage, I mean, not salvage, but, to prove that he still got a little something left.
Well, right now, Brett Favre has a better history, his resume is Favre's is better.
Well, he doesn't have 4 MVPs though.
Yeah, but those are to me those are hollow because you
They didn't
don't
have a Super Bowl.
have a Super.
But he does have. They
Now,
both
if
have
he
one Super Bowl
if he
win.
Does right, but if he wins another, if Rodgers wins another one, comes in here and they win a run, that is going to elevate his stock.
Yeah, but if he's coming in with everything you say he's going to do, then I'm saying why not? I'm sure the Vikings are, they just not.
I mean, it's a big if, but if it
If
is that he does come in and honor what he's saying he's going to do,
Right.
then I like it. I really do. But
With
that's
all
a
those
lot.
guys
That's
they
a
have
lot.
in play, especially the receivers, the running game, the offensive line.
And he does come in with his running back there from Green Bay.
That's right.
Aaron,
And I
Aaron
like
Jones,
him.
right?
I mean, Aaron I don't know how many games he's going to last as 100%. When he brings it, he brings it.
I'll tell you look around the league, there aren't many quarterbacks who would say no to wanting to come here.
No.
Who has a better, offensive opportunity
Right.
for a quarterback than here?
Right. The offensive line's in play. The wide receivers, of course. We got one great one.
And then
Well,
here's
one really, really great.
here's
Other
the
one's
other
on the verge
scenario.
to be.
If the Vikings truly are saying no to Rodgers, then why are we still sitting in this situation? Why have they?
'Cause
they
I
let
think-
all these other backups that were out there. Why has a backup quarterback now become a subject of conversation?
I still
with
think
this
Kirk
team?
Cousins will be in play after the draft or during the draft, and I think there's already
So you're gonna
something in
trade-
place.
You're going to have to trade something.
Yeah, they just want to get rid of the salary. They'll keep some of the salary. They won't have to pay that $40 million or whatever the heck he's at. They will eat a good part of the salary, and he's coming in already knowing the system, and
Well, you don't think he's not going to want to play? He didn't want to be
He's not
the
going to play
caddy.
where he
didn't
is.
want to be the caddy here.
Why would here he'd have an opportunity? He'd have an opportunity here to at least come someplace where he's comfortable, and he'll think, "I'll get in and I'll show him what I can do," because this kid's not going to stay healthy. I'm just saying that's what I think is happening. There's nothing else makes sense.
Drafted a quarterback.
Nothing else makes sense. They have gotten no one but Brett Rippon as the backup. I mean,
Exactly.
They
So
have to have
doing
some kind of a
something.
plan.
They got some kind of plan, no question.
Did you say Mark Rippon or Brett Rippon?
Brett Rippon.
Oh, that's different. See, that's different.
Well,
Brett
Is he a nephew or he's not his kid, right? He is
I
related.
thought it was he did have a kid.
He did. But no, he's not playing football, though.
Now we're spiraling.
Right.
right,
See, the only thing that we have to talk about here is like the one thing that is still glaring, the one thing that still needs to be addressed as a backup quarterback, because they walked, they let Daniel Jones walk out. That's what they should have done, and they didn't do it. And I think they were really wrong on that one.
I do too.
I think they're really wrong on that.
That's only because they got
100%.
some other deal coming with who we just talking about.
You would have gotten Daniel Jones for
Cousins or
a fraction
Rodgers?
of the costs that we're talking about now.
Absolutely.
Yeah,
I mean,
but
he
you're
walked
talking
over to
about a guy that can
Indianapolis
take
for
you to the
14.
Super Bowl to a guy
14.
that
Exactly.
might make the team.
Both Kirk Cousins and the cancer are going to cost us more than Daniel Jones.
That's
Well,
right.
that's
Way
true,
more.
but
way
still,
more.
you know what you're getting. All right.
All
Way
right,
more.
so
You're right.
Tyler, which one? As you are the voice of Vikings Nation.
Oh, God.
Well, he still has a voice.
We did.
I'm ready for this. Who? I want JJ. I want JJ. It's time to give the kid a shot. We need to-
Look,
And
man.
I hate that you're already cursing with an injury.
All right.
I mean, did you just say he was already going to get hurt? Come on.
No, but I'm saying, do you want to go to a Super Bowl? Or you just want to try to keep up?
I want to go to a Super Bowl.
Okay, then that JJ ain't ready yet, by any stretch of the imagination.
Well, he didn't win, but Marino went to a Super Bowl in the second year. Young guys do go.
yeah, but
Purdy
Marino
went.
played his whole first year,
I look at-
and Marino was a cut above everybody.
All right, let's
He's a
take
Hall
this.
of Famer. Let's not go.
We're going to take this into the next segment. We're going to take a quick break. Be right back. We got to hear from the superstar, and he's got a few places to tell you to go. Here, got to hear from Tyler. We got to hear from everybody. Taking that quick break, and Jim, you know what? We're going to come back and we're going to talk about that. He's flashing a phone.
I think we should do it right now because this is a perfect spot because Tyler's got some great deals.
Fine. You know what? I'm out. You take over. I'm
All right,
done.
Perfect. Thank you. Because we're going
Jesus, I've been
straight
telling
to
you for
Maple
years. You
Grove.
do the for hair. You do all that
Experience
stuff.
Maple Grove is the place to go. The weather's finally started to warm up. You didn't have enough cash to go down south, so why not just make the trip to Maple Grove? Because there's entire fun for your family, including miles of hiking and biking trails. New outdoor pickleball courts are ready to go, along with 10 state-of-the-art indoor courts at Pints and Paddles. And of course, you all know about shopping, and that's what Maple Grove is all about because they have the second largest retail footprint in the entire state of Minnesota, featuring all your favorite stores, including regional, great, individual-owned operations. Hungry? Well, Maple Grove is considered the restaurant capital of Minnesota. Nearly 150 restaurants from locally owned to your favorite chains. So check it out. Maple Grove is the place to go. It's experience, maplegrove.com. That is your website. Okay, Robert, you can take it back over.
No, you do it. You take us
All right,
out.
the JimBob Sports Jamboree will continue right after this with the superstar Mike Morris, Chuck Foreman, Bob Sansevere, and Tyler.
He is
And
so good.
see if
He's so
Brady-
good.
We'll see if Brady is hanging upside down from a girder here in our studio as well.
He's like plum.
after
He's
the
hanging
break.
straight plum. Straight.
We are back. But no, wait a minute. Jim's going to do this now. I quit from him. We are back. Blah blah blah.
I got it. No problem. You want to step down? I got it.
Good.
Welcome back to the JimBob Sports Jamboree with Vikings legend Chuck Foreman, the superstar Mike Morris, and Tyler of the Window Store. Tyler, what do we got cooking? Because there has got to be some deals. It is getting nicer out. You actually can see your windows, and you can't say, you know what? It's just frosty out. It's not the window because there's no more frost. And your window still looks like it's frosted, which is not a good thing.
We can get you frosted glass, but
Well, if you
it'll
want
still
that,
be
yes.
insulated, right? Yeah.
True.
No, right now, this weekend we got Easter coming up. There's going to be a whole lot of Easter egg hunts going around. Have I got the Easter egg for you? Right now, we are running up to 35% off kitchens and buy two, get one free windows. Now, this is no gimmick. This is the Easter basket you want to find. just give us a call or go to windowstoreinc.com and schedule your appointment there.
I like it. What's the number to call if we want to just call you straight goods?
I can't give you my number.
All right, just go to the website. We don't give out the number to everybody.
Yeah.
I got that. All right, so do you want to go back to Rodgers, Bob? Where
No, we got to go. You know what? If somebody wanted to go and pick up their own windows, where do you go to get a truck big enough, Mike?
You can go down to, you can go past all the different recycling bins known as every other car dealership outside of Dodge of Burnsville. That would be the place to go and get a truck. Head on down there. It's off 35W and Cliff Road in Burnsville, and you can roll right up on the red carpet, right under the 5 gold stars that are over the top of the door. I'm just lying. They don't have either one of those. But you can walk in and get that kind of service, that kind of sales, and trade value. Okay, so walk in there and ask them for show you a truck, whatever kind of truck, be a half-ton, 3/4 ton, 1 ton, you name it. They got them all down there. Okay, and Mark Sable would be a good place to start. Adam Sable would be his son. That'd be another place to go. And I won't say that I can beat him up like I did in the Starstruck podcast. I won't say that, but I could. Anyway, but go on down there. They'll take good care of you. Dodge of Burnsville, Cliff Road, and 35W, and tell them the Superstar Mike Morris sent you.
Now, Mike, I'm gotta get my 2-for-1, my new windows, and I need to put like new drapes and stuff on it. So I'm gonna have to put some screws in the wall to hold up the drapes. Where do I go to get my screws and such?
Well, funny you should ask that. I've got 4 different locations for you. Funny you might ask that. There are 4 locations where the Polici Ace Hardwares are located. Now, this family owns 4 of these places: Zumbrota and Farmington and Rosemont and Egan. You can do that. Step on down there because, as Bob mentioned, if you're going to throw a few curtains up, a few curtain rods, you have to have some screws and some different hardware and whatnot, but you'll need tools as well. And throughout April, you can save big with $30 off of select 20-volt DeWalt tools and also $20 off of select Craftsman tools, V20. I'm telling you what, they've got everything down there. So go down there and ask them for it, and they'll take good care of you. Don't walk around like a blundering fool, like someone I know. That'd be me. And try and do it yourself. You can't get it done that way. You'd be all afternoon trying to get it right. So get on down there. Pleachies, Ace Hardware, Zumbrota, Farmington, Rosemont, and Egan. Tell them Superstar Mike Morris sent you.
All right, I'm going to do a PSA for because a lot of people have the old DeWalts, the 18-volt. A lot of them now have the 20s where they're in vogue. They have adapters for them, but get the DeWalt adapter. Don't get the knockoff because you'll never get it off your DeWalt.
Is that right?
Well, yep, I mean, that's what I've learned.
Head on down there; they'll take good care of you.
Yeah, talk to them and they'll get you there. Now, all right, we got Brady there. He's still not tied up with that. Well, that'll happen in the next segment. But let's go around the table here, Jim. Yes or no on Rodgers, based on him saying he'll mentor and he'll behave.
I think you need an insurance policy. It's fine to give McCarthy his opportunity, but you can't go into this season because 2 years ago we saw what happened when Cousins went down and the Vikings didn't have an adequate backup. We went with the Pasternak. We went with Jaron Hall. We went with Nick Mullins. I mean, we were scrambling. Then last year you had Bradford, so you had yourself a quarterback or Darnold, I mean.
Bradford. Boy, you're going back a few years.
Because I remember that's the last time we had to scramble to get a quarterback.
And it worked out pretty good.
Bridgewater went down, and then that didn't give up number 1 for that. So you have to have some sort of insurance policy. So I think this is the Vikings just putting the screws to Rodgers so they know he's mush in the head. And
so you think they should do it?
If they can control him, and you know what? If he says the wrong thing on Pat McAfee's web podcast on Tuesday, he's cut on the spot. You just tell him point blank, you're one of us or you're none of us. And that's the way it's got to be.
Well, he should probably stay off of that show for a minute.
Well, Chuck, you would like him if he follows those parameters. Yeah, you're good with it, right?
No question. I've been thinking about it, but I'm just saying with all the things the Vikings have in play right now, offensively, the line, the receivers, the running back. The only question they have is they got a quarterback coming off of injury and a quarterback that hasn't proven anything. And from my perspective, when I saw him in college, I didn't think he was all that.
Interesting. All right.
I thought he was good, but he wasn't a.
You're not
James
sold
Daniel,
on him.
No.
This is my gut feeling. I think about this as a courtship, right? Like we are the belle of the ball. We are the pretty princess that everybody wants to come and play with, right? So he's saying all these nice things, trying to convince you he's the man. He's going to take you to the Super Bowl, and we're going to sign this deal, and then he's going to come in and just eat bonbons and get fat on the couch. That's how I see it.
That's
Brady-
not that far off. That's a pretty good analogy.
No.
Brady, get over by Tyler's mic, and what do you think? And keep it short, because you don't.
Yeah, we
I would just like to see JJ McCarthy.
Proven anything yet. He's coming off an injury. Who knows what could happen there? Is he tentative? Is he not over it mentally? The injury I'm talking about is that you have to overcome knee injuries and surgeries and stuff like that mentally. You have to trust it and believe in it, because if you hear footsteps, you don't want a nervous quarterback just saying, I'm out of here, or throwing the ball in the dirt. You want a guy that's still going to stand in the pocket and make the throw. And so because of that, we still need to have someone that can back that up. Well, they let Daniel Jones walk right out the door for cheap, okay, and they didn't match whatever Indianapolis' offer was, so that was a strike against the Vikings on that one. That was a blunder, I thought. So now you've got an aging, cancerous quarterback that would like to come in and say all the right things coming in the door to get the job, and if you give it to him, I would really, really be surprised if he would own up to all the things he's promising he's going to do. If he could do that, the biggest if in the world, if he could do that, I'd sign him today. If he was everything that he said he was going to be and play like he used to play and just put the ego down and walk in and play football, I'd say we're too late signing him. We should have done it yesterday. But I don't think that's going to happen. I don't think he's good for it. If he was, and you could have some sort of promise that he would carry through with that for a year, that would be a great pickup.
Now, the sensible side of me, if I were involved with the team, I would be concerned about all those things. However, as a reporter, I would love to have him here, because boy, would he be copy. And I would want him to go on McAfee and say stupid things, because you'd have a story every single day. And you could, the day 2 will be, he lied, he won't help JJ. He's not, he won't do the things he said he would. He wants some other ex-teammate to be there with him. He wants Kwesi's job.
Yeah,
it would be great from the media standpoint. And this would be the media capital of the NFL next year.
Such a circus.
No question.
You guys would love it.
Oh, yeah. I'd have a great time.
Heck, we'd have to go to 2 hours instead of an hour show.
He might choke you out, though.
There's a good point.
You know what they should do?
He might.
They should. They give Mike a call, and he comes over with some tape. He'll take care of Aaron
We'll
Rodgers.
joke about, we know all the submission moves.
Yeah, I'm saying Rodgers to him.
I'd love to see that. But I mean,
Hey, I will say I had one, and it was like a 5-minute conversation when he was a backup to Favre. I found him to be very open, very honest, and he took all the time I needed. I didn't need a lot. He was a backup. But he gave me all the time I needed, and it was only about 5 minutes to talk about Favre, and he was good. So I don't have anything personally to say, boy, what a jerk he was. Not at all.
Well, yeah, that's before he was something.
I know, but that's what I have it to judge by. I mean, a guy who was an absolute jerk to me when the NBA had the All-Star game here was Julius Erving, which shocked me.
Well,
I never expected that.
He had a
Dr. J?
reputation of that.
Huh? The Dr. J, I loved watching him growing up.
But he was like,
What?
he said he
He was long done playing, but he just didn't want to give me the time of day.
It's Bob's line of questioning.
Hey, let me ask you this.
I never was a harsh questioner.
Get over here. Get over here.
All right.
You doctor, what are you? Get over here. I got a question for you about basketball. Get over here. I don't know much about the game, but come over here.
right.
Answer my question.
All right, wrap up the segment with that voice.
All right. We're going to take a break. When we come back, you better come back because I'm asking questions. You're listening to the JimBob Sports Jamboree, presented by the Window Store Inc.
He sounds like Sid a little. All right, be right back. I'm going to do Jim imitating me. We are back with more of the JimBob Sports Jamboree.
You didn't change a thing.
Right on.
Just like
You didn't change anything.
Does that sound like him? All right, we got some business.
All
Chuck,
right.
Chuck's going to be a busy man during NFL draft week. On Thursday, April 24th, 3:30 to 5, meet the legend Chuck Foreman at an NFL pre-draft party at Bricksworth Beer Company in Minneapolis. Check that out. Ooh, on Friday, the 25th, 6 to 8, at the Dugout Bar in Matamidi, owned by Tyler Ganz, also owner of the Window Store. What don't you own out there on the east side of town?
I don't own 3M.
He doesn't have 3. He's working on it. He's putting together a deal.
Forever Chemicals.
That Chuck's appearance there, sponsored by the Window Store and J&J Remodelers. You need any remodeling? You know what? You just get in touch with Tyler, and he'll take care of you. Windows, remodeling, he's got it all. What's the best way to? Do you have a site where they can reach? Do you recommend the J&J Remodeler site or both of them?
JJRemodelers.com.
All right.
JJRemodelers.com. Just click on your little contact us. We'll reach out to you, schedule a consultation, come over and make your dreams happen.
Boom. Just like that.
He was telling me he can help us out over at the rodeo by making a little bit of a bigger, get our garage even bigger. He could do anything. All right, Vikings Legends. This involves the superstar Mike Morris. Saturday, April 26th, 11:30 to 2. The superstar Mike Morris, Paul Krause, Hall of Famer, and Stu Voigt, one of the best tight ends of his era, are at Paul Krause's Vikings venue in Webster, Minnesota. Tickets at sportslegendsusa.com. Just go there, and you'll find out where to find them.
Events there.
I'm sorry?
That's where you can find information about
all the events. Okay,
events
sports
are also housed there.
legendsusa.com. And then we're going to jump ahead a little. May 9th, Chuck will be at the Cottage Grove Hy-Vee from 4 to 6. Tailgate Spices, sampling, autographs, pictures. Check them all out. sportslegendsusa.com. All right. Jim, where are you? Are you doing both series? What are you doing? Because you got the Wild to be in the playoffs and the Wolves. You're hopping back and forth when they're home.
We've got we'll be at all of this stuff, and of course the draft this week.
Will they overlap the same? I mean, will they both be in town the same time?
More than
probably
likely,
will,
yeah, because they both start on the road. So it should be very interesting to see how these complete schedules play out. But before we get into the Wild, I just want to talk about the respect that the players have for each other in that sport. We saw it again when the final game of the season, they got the 1 point they needed to get into the playoffs. So for the overtime, they pulled Gustafson and they put Marc-Andre Fleury out there.
Gustafson asked to do that. Did you know that?
What's that?
Gustafson asked to do that.
Really? I did not read that part.
Yeah. He requested it.
But I mean, the respect for the game, for each other, it's such a barbaric sport. It's just so crazy. So Fleury goes in, plays the overtime. They win the game. Boldy scores the goal. And all the teammates, instead of racing to hug him, go to the other end to hug Fleury. And Boldy's standing down at the other end of the rink where I just won the game. And they're all down there mobbing him. And then the opponents have done this several times. But last night, the Ducks, they lose the game. They all stood and waited to shake his hand and let Fleury go through. And all the Wild players went to the boards, and it was just Fleury at center ice. And I mean, the way they carry on the tradition and the pride they show for their sport and for each other after they want to carve each other's eye out 5 minutes earlier.
Wouldn't it be something if he becomes amazing. A star of the postseason?
Stranger things have happened, but I just think that's so great, the dignity that they show in that sport. And I don't see that in a lot of other sports. I mean, you played against greats. You were a great. Were opponents coming to you at the end, or did you ever see other guys get that kind of accolades when everybody knew that this was his final year playing?
No, not at all.
Right.
I didn't see it anyway.
Star? Yeah, no, not at all. Really, I mean, I just can't remember a time where it was.
In fact,
we're glad you're in. You're in.
You better not.
Probably
say anything to anybody.
Probably a good idea not to. I remember when I played for Gene Stallings.
That was the rule with Bud Grant.
Yeah.
Oh, you just went over there. You're trying to beat him up. Why are you going to go in there and take his name?
Yeah.
You better not.
Gene Stallings told us that he wouldn't even go out And he was talking about Cliff Harris, who he coached for many years with the Dallas Cowboys. He wouldn't go out at the end of any game to shake anyone's hand, no matter who they played. He just considered them the enemy, and they weren't going to talk, and they weren't going to say anything until he was retired. He said, "I'll talk to him when I'm retired." And that was it.
That was a little deep, but
Yeah, that's a little much. That's probably a little much.
But I know at the end of the game, now after you got dressed and you went out, you could say hey to him after the game.
Yep.
Right.
I did. I did.
But anyways, I think
that
that's such a class gesture by these
Right, that's
hockey
what I'm
players.
saying. It's a lot of class.
It's not oversold. It's not, oh, look at me. I mean, Fleury doesn't really want anything to do with it, but they keep pushing him out there for the accolades.
Well, he should get. He's deserving them. He's a Hall of Famer.
Well, right. He's a first ballot Hall of Famer.
Yeah.
There's no doubt about it. Second greatest goaltender of all time in NHL history as far as the wins go behind Brodeur. So the series, though, we'll just gloss over this. Vegas, they're loaded. The Wild are not. It's going to be a huge upset if they knock them out. But Wolves and round 2 with Luka. Bob, what does Luka do this time?
He's going to just light them up. Luka had a good supporting cast, really good in Dallas. What does he have? He's got LeBron. LeBron is now playing the Scottie Pippen role, because as much as LeBron wants to be the guy, it's going to be Luka. And I just think, everyone who's picking, any of you picking the Wolves? It could go 4.
I'm not.
Wolves in 6.
But you know what I think?
Right, get the tape.
I think
undone.
LeBron.
Yeah,
would
I told
never
you to keep
say
your
it.
mouth shut, didn't I? Did I tell you to shut up? Yeah, you're going to start eating some tape here real quick. I'm not
He's
kidding
taking
you.
it out of the wrapper.
Yeah,
I was going to say
exactly.
that LeBron, I don't think would ever say it, but I think he likes the current guy more so than the other one that left.
Oh, Anthony Davis?
Yeah.
You think he likes Luka more?
I think he's more dependable, and I think that Davis has let him hanging for since he's been there. And I think at this point in time, playoff time, he knows that he doesn't have to be carry the entire load.
Didn't they get a championship, though, with Monobrow? Didn't they do it with Monobrow? Anthony Davis.
What'd you call
They got
it?
one, right?
In the bubble.
Oh, okay.
In the bubble.
What'd you call it?
Monobrow. A single eyebrow right across.
That's what I was thinking of. I was like,
okay.
Everyone calls him that.
But
right?
how do you,
Unibrow.
even at his age, though,
Unibrow, too. Both.
as good as the Wolves can play, how do you stop both of them, LeBron and Doncic? You can't. That Western, it was loaded last year. It's loaded even more this year. Oklahoma City, how good they were. They lost 14 games. My God. That is just a loaded division. And now Golden State, they won in their play-in. They could wind up beating the number 2 seed Houston. Because they are in a playoff role now.
Yeah, well, Jimmy Butler.
He's in a playoff mode.
You watched that game last night. Steph Curry for 36, 37 years. Their ball movement is unlike any team I've ever seen in the NBA.
Oh,
or anywhere else.
They're incredible.
They are an incredible team.
All right, we got to wrap up here. Remind people again, all those places. Chuck Foreman is going to be, you're going to be, let's mention the one where you're going to be at the Dugout Bar. That'll be Friday. Thursday, you're going to be, you'll be in Minneapolis at the Brixworth Beer Company. Mike will be at Paul Krause's Vikings venue on Saturday. All of this, just go to sportslegendsusa.com. Check out the window store. Check out everything everything but 3M happening on the east side of town. Tyler's involved in the window store, JJ Remodelers, the Dugout Bar, and also Polici Hardware, and Mike, the best place to get a car or a truck.
Dodge of Burnsville. Head on down there. Just walk right in. Tell them the Superstar sent you.
They'll take care of you. All right, I can't wait till next week. We'll be talking draft because we'll be moments away from it happening. We'll see you then. On behalf of Vikings legend Chuck Foreman and Fox 9's Jim Rich, I'm Bob Sansevere, and I want to say thank you to all of our listeners and our radio partners, KXRA in Alexandria, KRWC in Buffalo, KDHL in Faribault and Owatonna, KDAL and WDSM in Duluth, WNMT in Hibbing, KTOE in Mankato, AM 660 The Bear, WBHR in St. Cloud, and Wild 102 FM in Roseau. Also, KWOA AM FM in Worthington.
and KKBJ in Bemidji. And Bob Total Country, serving the Twin Cities of Minneapolis, St. Paul, and surrounding areas. We'll talk to you later.